Hi folks, my name's Brian and I'm here to do a review of the new Peterson Stroboclip HD Tuner and also to compare it to the original Stroboclip Tuner. Actually the HD Tuner that's just come out is actually replacing the Stroboclip. So this one's going out of production and everything now will be the HD. I've had the Stroboclip for a couple of years. I found that for me, I primarily use it to play to my banjo, that it is really accurate, but I couldn't get it to be consistent enough to actually use it when I play a gig on stage. I'll use it beforehand and then I'd switch to a snark or something like that. When I actually play on stage, the new HD is much better, and I'm going to show you all of that in a head-to-head comparison using different instruments. I've got a banjo, mandolin, acoustic guitar, and a 5-string electric bass, so you can see how they compare and how this one, the new one, is much more reliable than the old Stroboclip. But first of all, the head-to-head comparison there, when you compare the specifications. I'm going to put up a little shot here that I took from Peterson's website. That's a head-to-head comparison. The main differences is it's a little bit different size and shape. A little bit lighter, the new one. Also, the new HD has a USB micro input and a lot of fancy stuff that I would never use, but you can update your firmware, but also you can use the Peterson Connect and kind of customize and do user inputs and special settings you can use, which might be useful if you're trying to tune to a piano that's not in 440. You can kind of save your settings on that. A little bit more display resolution, and you can see that when you watch the rest of my video here. Also, it's got more sweetened tunings. It's got 50 versus 29, 11 historic temperaments. So not only are the dimensions different, what it's made out of is different also. So you've got stainless steel and carbon fiber with the original, and then the new one is just a plastic housing. So it's got good and bad points. So as you can see here, one of the main differences is the clips. And probably one of the only potential cons that I see is with the original Stroboclip. It opened way up. It's nice and wide. It felt really solid when it's on your instrument. This one, it feels like it's really stretching when you put it on the headstock, and depends on what type of instrument you're trying to put it on. I don't know if it will be quite as versatile as the original Stroboclip. Other than that, everything else I see is a plus for the new HD. The original one, it had different settings as you go around, so you only had certain options that you could do, and you can probably hear it. When I open it up, it's real squeaky. With the new HD, it's pretty versatile. You can set it however you want. This part can spin around. Okay, so you've got, I think it's 3 different pivot points you can use on that. So the important part is the reliability. Is it accurate? Is it consistent? I found with the original Stroboclip, it's got something that's called sustain mode, and it tried to help if you were doing tuning instruments that had a short sustain, a real fast decay, which is true of a lot of the instruments I play. A banjo and a mandolin, they both have a very fast decay, so it would be really jumpy, as you'll see. With the new one, there's no sustain mode. You get what you get, and it holds the note great. So you'll see that in these videos, and then we'll come back with a quick wrap up. All right, I'm here with my banjo. See how the original Stroboclip's a little bit more jumpy. It'll go out faster. The HD keeps on displaying, especially this B string. For some reason, I can't get it to register consistently at all on the old Stroboclip. So much better with the new HD model on the banjo. All right, I'm here with my mandolin. It also has a very short sustain on it, kind of like my banjo. So We'll see how this does. So if you'll notice on the original Stroboclip, it keeps cutting out, or every time I hit it, it'll go blank and then it'll pop back up and then it'll go blank, while the HD is still lit up on that E. Much more consistent. I feel like I could actually use the HD on stage. Especially that A string, so that the accuracy is really there, because on some tuners you got double A strings, so you want it to make sure they match when you get finished, and for some reason that A string is always a sticking point, but that works well. All right, now I've got an acoustic guitar, and the sustain on it's a lot longer, so it seems to work a little bit better, but you can still see it jump around a little bit on the original Stroboclip. So even though the original's staying on B when I hit it, it's still kind of jumpy back and forth. The HD model's a lot smoother. And there's the acoustic guitar. And lastly, I have an electric 5-string bass. Sometimes the low B string tuners have a hard time picking up. So once again, if you'll notice, the new HD tuner is really smooth, stays a B the whole time. The bars are consistent, they're not jumping back and forth like it is on the original tuner, Stroboclip. And my strings are really flat. Been forever since I played. Okay, we can definitely see that the new one is much more consistent and less jumpy and fidgety, and it's much easier to use. All right, quick wrap up here. I think you can see how much better that HD Stroboclip Tuner actually is. So if you've never tried one, you've been holding back, now's the time to jump in and get an HD Stroboclip Tuner. Also, even if you have the original Stroboclip, the new one is so much better, especially on your acoustic instruments, instruments like a banjo or a mandolin or a violin that typically have a short sustain to it. The new HD works much better. I actually found where you can do the harmonics. It'll pick up harmonics. It'll also pick up fretted notes. So on mandolins and banjos, you've got an adjustable bridge. So you can actually go to the 12th fret and hit your note and see if it's your bridge is in the right place or not. So you can actually help fine tune your bridge placement on that. So a lot of helpful things, and to me is well worth the money and much better than any other tuner I've tried so far. So hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.